Welcome to Vintage RC. So as you can tell, I got something really cool here. You're looking at our Halloween special. Tamiya Lunchbox Goes A-Team van. I think she turned out really cool. Check it out. Now, every Halloween we do a special build, something nostalgic and from my childhood. I was a huge fan of the show A-Team. Just to give you a little bit of a facts on the show, it was out at 1983 through 1987. My favorite character on the show was, well, two, basically, was the van, Mr. T's van, or in the show, Baracus or B.A. He would be my second favorite character. Hannibal's cool too. So, very neat. You gotta love the 80s. Also, what's really cool about this is, I believe Tamiya Lunchbox was around in 87. So, these would actually coincide with each other in some way, somehow. And I would bring that to you this year for Halloween. And I'm super stoked at this thing. It's so awesome. So let's pull this box down. Now, I wanted to make this one kind of simple, nothing too crazy. And for years, I've always gotten people, hey, Lucas, can you do an A-Team van, but kind of break it down for us so we can build one? And I had to wait a while before I can do it because 3D printing I don't have. And there's a company on eBay called CJ's Hobbies, and they are the ones who I got all this stuff from. I'll show you their logo on eBay now. So really good company. I will say that the parts that you get, you will have to massage them a bit more to make them better, because there is the 3D lines in them. I had that with the visor. I had to sand this thing over and over, add filler, and then with the wing. But they're the best that I could find. Oh, and also the turbines inside the wheels. So they also do other things as well. A posi traction for the rear. I used it, but it didn't work for me. So I had to go back to the one that came with the kit. So, but that's pretty much it. The Mr. T guy inside, the figurine, I got him off eBay. I can't remember who I got him from, but they're pretty easy to find. They're just, I believe they're like 5-inch or 6-inch figurines, maybe shorter. I don't remember. But, yeah. So I think she turned out really nice. I added lights to it, although I got these pretty cheap, and $1.99. So one light is brighter than the other one. So I have another one that's going to be going in here to fix that. So see, it's not horrible, but I'll be putting a different light in there because I got another one that just came in for the run video. So that'll fix that. It still is okay. And then when I get time, I will add clear, and I'm going to add the little slots in the back. I do have the license plate on the back, but I don't have it on the front because I ran out of ink. But at least I got the back on there. I apologize if my throat, if I'm not able to talk all that great. I'm recovering from a little bit of a virus, and I was down for a couple days. So trying to fight this thing. So please bear with me. But other than that, I think she turned out really cool. The van that these are modeled off of is a 1983, I did write it down, GMC Bandura. And I believe they even came out in the late 70s. But the one for the shows were the 83. So, excuse me. But yeah, super cool. I'm not going to hold this portion up too much. I'll show you inside. Like that. I think it turned out really cool. Just to give you a little bit of a breakdown on the body, you'll see everything I've done. We really only used, for spray paint, the silver or the steel, I believe it's called, from Bear, and then just the red paint, and that's a Rust-Oleum red. I'll put all the codes in the description as well. You'll see everything in the video. And that's pretty much it. There's Mr. T, or BA. I think it turned out really cool. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Nothing too crazy. Pretty simple build, really. And that is pretty much it. I think it's on there. Yeah, there we go. I think she turned out really awesome. There we have it. All right, now we're going to get straight into the build-up and then the run. That's going to start right now. Alrighty guys, then we're going to get ready to get started on doing the 18 van from a Tamiya Lunchbox Black Edition. Now I chose the Black Edition, just makes sense because the body is already black. I don't have to paint that. So time is of the essence because I want to get this thing done and ready for you guys on Halloween night. So we got some cool paints though. We got Rust-Oleum Sunrise Red we're going to use for the kind of like that red line on his van. We got the dark steel for a little bit of accent. And then we have the gray, charcoal gray, that is kind of like the top portion of the van, of the 18 van. So we kind of got our paints ready. We got our ESC that we're going to be using. It's an XTM that I got off eBay a while back. Going to use this. And then I got a, let's see, MG996R Servo digital. So we got our electronics. Got our Mr. T figurine off eBay. And then we got a whole bunch of like 3D printed 18 van parts for a lunchbox. Got a turbine, wheel adapters. So that's cool. These are all 3D printed. They're really nice from CJ Hobbies. I'm going to post everything about this kit in the description down below too for you guys. I got a strut brace for the front. Wheel chassis extenders. Don't know if I'm going to use that. Got the cool wing for the top of the van. Got a suspension support lockout kind of thing for the rear. Front visor for the van with lights. Got our posi traction parts here for the transmission. I don't know if I'm gonna use those. Maybe. And got our so I'm not gonna use that. More wheel adapters. Those are nice to have. And suspension pieces. Steering saver here. I'm not gonna need that. And another wheel adapter. So a nice little kit they give you for this guy. I'm not going to need all that stuff, just some of it. So that's cool. But I think we're going to be okay. We got a lot of the goodies for this guy. So let's go ahead and show you inside the van, or the box. Now, I'm going to be building this thing in large chunks, too. So that way we can save time, because we're going to be running it in this video as well. Now, like I said, the Black Edition is a little bit more money than your typical lunchbox, but it saves time for me, so it's worth it. But if you want to do this kit, you could use the basic Tamiya Lunchbox and be just fine. You just got to paint it black first. So, yeah, there we go. There she is. I'm sure you guys have already seen inside of a lunchbox before, but let's get the body out first. There's the body.
right there. It's already black, which that's nice. We're gonna add a clear coat so it'll be, you know, add a little bit of luster to it too. There's the chassis. There we go. Now I built a couple lunchboxes on the channel already. We did the Mystery Machine, like the Scooby-Doo van, and then we did the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle van. So those might have more detail that's going to be in if you want to see how the Tamiya Lunchbox is built in pretty good steps. But we're going to be chopping this one up a bit. So there's our tires. I think these are nice. I was going to change out the tires and just get different tires for the 18 van, but I think these actually look pretty cool anyways. So I think we're going to stick with this more of this, what comes with the kit. And then we've got all of our chrome parts here. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to leave this chrome or not, or if I'm going to add a little bit of a black chrome kind of to it. We'll see. See how it goes. This is our front end parts, our suspension arms and stuff. There's the black rims. That helps too. Eliminates another step. It's going to be so much fun. Look at that. How cool is this? So, let me just kind of see something. Oh, look at that. Already looks killer. So, we got our window. Out. Nice. That's the sunroof one. Now I will be adding lights, just lights for the front too. I do have some LEDs. And this is more parts of the chassis right here. So we got our manual. I don't know if we're gonna need these too much, but the majority of them I'm not gonna use. Then, and here's our parts, our gears, bumper, motor. And the motor's fine. I'm not gonna change out the motor. That'd be just fine. Transmission gears, suspension, bearings. Probably not going to put ball bearings in this one. Probably going to leave it with the bushings. I don't see no need. I'm not going to be running this car, so it's going to go on a shelf. I typically change that out. We'll see. I have a bunch of ball bearings, so maybe I might. I don't know. And there's our screws, hardware, and more hardware here. So there's our shocks and our wheelie bar in there too. So we got a lot of goody parts here. That's pretty much it. It don't take too long to build one of these, so we're gonna go ahead and get this thing built up, the chassis wise, real quick, and then we'll leave a majority of this for the body. That's gonna start right now. Alrighty guys, we're getting ready to do the body work onto the van. We got to fill up this little hole right here. In order to do that, I'm going to use a little bit of this little plastic fork that I got. We're going to cut a little bit of the plastic out, fit it in there, and then use this right here, this plastic welder, to kind of seam it in. Once that gets in there, then we got to sand that down, and then we're going to add a little bit of putty, and that'll take care of that. So this will be ready for its paint. And then we got to move to the rear wing. That's going to be back here to the van. And we got to sand that really good, and then add a little putty to it. And then we can paint it that red right there. So that'll be cool. We'll be on good flow with that. Then we got the visor that's going to be right here. I've been sanding it little by little, and we got to sand it a little bit more and then add that putty, Tamiya putty right there. So doing pretty good. Once we get all this done, then I can start kind of getting my ideas how to fit Mr. T's figure in there. So moving along pretty good. Let's go ahead and get this thing knocked out. Alright guys, now for the run review. So speed's not very fast. It's about the same speed as they all are. Between 14 and 16 miles an hour for a stock lunchbox. So I'm not gonna do a speed test on this one. All right, let's put some lights on. There we go. Crush that stick. Yep, we've got a little tumbleweed with us. Woo-hoo. And that's gonna do it, guys. I think she turned out awesome. I just want to wish everybody a happy Halloween. And yeah, go A-Team. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so very much. If I can have you guys hit the like button. And most of all, please subscribe. I promise you're not going to miss what's coming up next. Bye, y'all.
Man, you what, sucker?
Man, park your vehicle.
Are you crazy? Nobody drive my van but me. Get out of here.